You, 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 you. What's up, homies? We're back with another stream. I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. It's probably the most psychotic of them all. But you got to do something a little different every now and then. Yeah, exactly, Lillard. You got to do something a little bit on the wild side from time to time. What's up, Lucy? UC, actually. You. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good time. I have got some junk to do today. I've got to get work done on HYDRA. And I think it would be appropriate to get more work done on the desert map that I've been working on. But my only issue is that we've got quite the to-do list. Why does it always yell at me about my version of Firefox? Go away, homie. What's up, Balathal? So I think YouTube didn't have autistic live stream chatting. In what way do you find it to be autistic? Not going to bat for YouTube, just wondering. Yeah, Lawler, I've been thinking about ways to make damage over time effects actually feel reasonable. And the problem is, I think they kind of need to be localized to an area. Because as a status effect, it definitely feels pretty invisible. You either need really good reads or... And reads can only be useful insofar as they're something that stands out, which gets harder the more reads you have, or whatever. And you know, that's its own sort of discussion. I feel like I don't think I have any more damage over time on hits, but I might be wrong. I think most of my damage over time is like the salamander field or the aspirant field or something to that effect. I'm trying to think about other... Oh, irradiate, I guess, would be one. Plague. I guess Plague is like the most straightforward damage over time effect, but it's also got this read associated with it with the overlay, and then it's just been around for long enough, it kind of cheats in that way. So I don't know, like as far as bleed damage, but... Oh, that's... You literally just mean on the watch page. Yeah, that can be pretty... I agree, actually, Lucy. And yeah, Trello is one of these like hipster productivity tools, but so far it seems to be nice as a workspace or a board to keep track of all the shit we're doing and the active tasks, so to speak. I don't know how they haven't figured out to make the chat in a usable position. Like, you'd think that would be a pretty basic fucking idea. But whatever. Let me yell at Veek. But yeah, bleeding damage or whatever definitely is a tougher one. Tougher nut to crack. I just think that I worry a lot about making the impact of some sort of effect visible and, again, impactful, I guess, for lack of a better term, potent. Well, top chat is like the filtered one. Or no, live chat is the filtered one and top chat is the most recent one. I don't remember. There's some distinction there where one of them does not show you bad words or something. It's pretty stupid. Balancing them usually leads to feast or famine. I guess that is another concern, but I think that goes hand in hand with feeling potent. Because if they're too powerful, then they'll just like annihilate shit. And if they're too weak, then they will feel invisible, right? They'll feel like they don't do anything or do enough. So it would be nice to find some sort of through line that would just fix that shit up, but I don't actually know of any. It doesn't look like Vika's around to work on the plugin, at least right now. So I guess we can start today off by working on some actual content. I guess I'll also open up the plugin and take a look at medic orders because we did see a new issue show up here. Medic orders. Well, for a while you couldn't use oh right, yeah, I was going to delete this, so it wasn't there anymore. This is so stupid. So somehow by this being the only change, we busted medics in general. Let's see, GPTP, scale medic heal. It doesn't really seem like this should have heal, HPT heal, medic. What? So I'm guessing somehow this change broke the heal finish function. Oh, never mind. I think I see what happened. Wait, maybe not? I think I might have actually fixed it just now. I think the problem is that when there is no sanity check here to see if it would heal the appropriate amount or something. So like I don't know why Firegraph decided to brick itself there. I'm guessing it's going to be a GPTP specific crash for some reason trying to add... Jeez. Why would this happen? I guess we can test this. Oh, it just crashes anyway. What happens if I just open and try to save without anything else? I wonder what the fuck that would be. It feels like maybe this is actually well, this is a stupid tool that's unstable and stupid, but aside from that, it might be that I need to re-download an old version of the exe. Let's go to commit. Yeah, my experience, that has not worked, actually. All right. Let's see if we can download this. Well, did I make a.exe? Okay. Well, I confirmed that Firegraft is not completely beyond hope in that sense, but whatever. Let's grab this, move this, and then this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, that worked. So it might be that one of those things where I failed to finish adding some file somewhere and it actually did corrupt the exe or something. I would hope not, but you never know with fucking Starcraft. Hopefully that doesn't show up again. Let's see. Spawn 02, cleric 2. So my test to recreate this before was to attack a cleric until it had about 30, I think it was 30 HP. You stim. That seems to work. And then you attack until 30 HP. Or maybe it was 35, whatever, that's half. So now I'll stim. As you can see, it is still actually broken. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. See, what I'm thinking is, so if they wait. I think we're misunderstanding how this heal function actually works. There's a max HP check already. So we take the HP to heal. So HP to heal, this variable, comes from maximum health of the unit minus that unit's hit points. So that's taking the delta of that. Now, heal final is essentially reducing that value by the cleric's current HP. Oh. Well, I'm confused by this, of course, but as I'm personally confused, apparently Veek fixed it anyway. Let's take a look at the cure to this issue. So we can delete this. Oh, okay. So he basically combined that HP to heal thing. And you tested? Question mark. Hopefully that is actually a legit fix. Jesus. Why would this happen? Maybe it's something to do with adding my files. Let's take a look at the remove dead code. Let's take a look at the actual commits. So I put this in here and I changed stat.txt. I think this is just a tooltip correction. And then this was obviously the Legionnaire. This added the Ecclesias death animation. This was another stat.txt change. What would the stat.txt change have been? Oh, the observance description. Okay. So now I need to hold on. Store. Now I need to test this by opening HYDRA beta. Add latest plugin. Okay, that one saves totally fine. Now I will open this. I will add res stat.txt. I will add, well, I guess we'll just test this now. Now can I open this file and save it? No, I cannot. So what if where's Firegrass? Here it is. Can I just, so I can save this all the time. I can save it with the new plugin. I can save it again. I can close, open. And I can save again. So somehow the res.stat.txt update, adding that to the file is causing corruption. But I don't really see how that's possible. So I think it's time to re-download this file, redo my steps. Well, I don't know what program the bug is in, obviously. I've got no fucking idea. But I will add specifically this file. We'll run this test. Okay, adding that file breaks it 100% of the time. Let's add unit stat. Adding unit stat is fine. So now what if we go back? Oh my god, GitLab is slow. Go back. So this was the last. Oh wait, no. In the Recolor Legionnaire, that's where I've changed something about stat txt. Download. Because the question then obviously is, can I take stat txt from this and can I add this file from an older, the most recent version? Can I add that and then open and save the exe in Firegraph? Because, okay, I can do that. So now, if I go and make the change that I made, which was just to find the Seraph. Oh, that's the wrong one. Seraph. Find observance. And redo the tooltip. So I close this now. I add this file. And I reopen it in Firegraph. And drum roll. Crashes. Okay. What the fuck is wrong with changing one line in this? Scans all targets within 4 weapon range of the selected area, reducing their armor by 1. Any Seraph remains within 5 weapon range of the affected unit. Armor is further reduced for every 5 seconds. Clearly the game can run, but maybe there's somehow... It displays the modified string, but for some reason... Well, all I did was change this bottom line, right? So I don't think there's some character that would... I don't understand why it would have difficulty saving, but not opening. Let's take a look at the icon in the exe and see if we can, because it'll display the string there, obviously. So maybe if we find Seraph, we click on this. Seems fine. I mean, obviously the thing is quite large. Yeah, I copied it from the website, but the string itself doesn't have anything in it. So are you suggesting I should literally just rewrite it word for word and see what happens? Scans all targets within 4 range of the selected area, reducing their armor by 1 while in a Seraph remains within 5 range. Affected unit armor is further reduced. Wait. I'll say once every 5 seconds. Armor returns after 5 seconds of not being observed. Well, I was able to improve the line now, so maybe that will help. Let's close this. Re-add this. What I don't really understand, I mostly do not understand, is if I go to abilities and I find the Seraph Observance, like, there's nothing here that leads me to believe there's any special character or anything. So, I don't know. Okay, let's try again. Okay, it just works now? It's pretty reasonable. What the fuck? What a mess. Well, it didn't display inside PyTBL if that was the case. So it's pretty frustrating in that sense. Spawn. I just want to quickly. Okay. It was indeed updated. Okay. Nice. Okay, so it does finish now, and it is notably slower. Cool. All right, that does seem to be working, and we conquered a ridiculous Firegraft stressful corruption and fuckery. So some days you just, it's a little bit harder to justify getting out of bed, I guess. And today might just be one of those days. Okay, now we can talk about this desert map. And yes, as Waller Skates did say earlier, Goliath legs in all caps. Yeah, exactly. Some sort of dig in somewhere. So I actually don't really know what I want to do with this desert map. I think the major concern I have, and this sounds very fucking stupid, is that these ramps are actually horrible in terms of pathing and like obviously visuals as well. It would be really nice to have proper north-facing compound ramps. I know that it will take some time for DF to get around to doing that. I guess I could whip up the tile for this sort of tile for the extensions at some point, but aside from that, I think I also had some sort of sand dunes doodad conversions. I was going to take the sand dunes doodads, like the busted up missile turret and like stuff that you see on the sand tiles. I was going to move those to dirt, essentially make a version that worked in dirt. But yeah, so Spirans have red blood because it's a human and not a Protoss. It's pretty easy for me to palette swap that in a somewhat believable sense. I still have to figure out what's up with the aspirant implementation. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to retest the final hour, or no, last orders for spawn simulacrum 6-1, spawn Aurora. I was basically flying the Aurora around, and then yeah, that was never happening. For example, it was actually. Oh, it's not interesting. Auroras do not seem to proc auto vitality with last orders. Auroras do not proc auto vitality with last orders. Probably means use the same damage method. I'm guessing that means that if we have 061 Aurora spawn Matroleth energy 200. Yep. So I think the reason for that is it doesn't seem to proc any on hit effect, and I think that reason is probably due to the damage being done in a different way. Maybe through unit destructor special or something, but I don't 100% know. All right, update wording again. All right, looks like we're bringing in some big gun supportive men today to today's stream, which by which I mean I have to launch Discord, which is a very big gun to my own head.
Hi.
What's up, homie? Welcome to the mod stream with Veek.
Yeah, welcome.
So, if I was just thinking of this, there's probably a number of cases, maybe all of them are ill-advised, but there's probably a number of cases that are using some sort of method for damage that's bypassing the on-hit checks and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was just also checking, and it doesn't apply ensnare from ensnaring brood if the Aurora crashes in while it has that effect, as like an example. So it's probably the same root cause, if I had to guess, because we've refactored the code so much.
Yeah. It's just using some it just sets the HP. Or not? Wait.
No, that's probably the Aurora.
So we have an order. Yeah. We have the order. I hope it's not handled in.
I don't think it's handled in 8.
Nice.
Most likely not.
My Visual Studio is not working properly today.
Oh, only today.
Yeah, I guess that's a lie. It's even worse than usually, so.
Uh-huh. That's pretty bad. I was just about to decide whether or not I even wanted to continue working on my desert map until those north-facing ramps came in. And then I was like, maybe I'll just make a new map. And then you were like, you were actually around, so now we'll just work on the plugin some more, I suppose.
Right.
But in the meantime, I would like to look for some more information on some of these crashes. iQuire doesn't seem like he was around at all today. At least he didn't reply to anything that I sent him and didn't send me any messages. So
I see.
he's probably snoozing or something. I don't know.
Right. Okay, so it creates a bullet? That's odd.
Yeah, that's how criticality works as well. Creates the bullet, but the bullet should presumably deal damage appropriately. Maybe because the unit is dead, so the
Yeah, so if the distance is less than 32, it removes the unit and creates the bullet, and the bullet deals damage, I think. The bullet ID is 121, if that tells you
the
anything.
weapon ID.
That's bullet ID, I think. No, it's weapon ID, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there is a last order's weapon to handle the damage and the AoE. So that makes sense. 1, 2, 1. Yeah, last orders. So the reasoning or the issue, I guess, is there a way we can not remove the unit so that we can capture the globals that are attached to this behavior, or the units that are, or the status effects or whatever, so that on-hit effects from the Aurora
Yeah, I see.
will still apply.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we even need the bullet, because the unit is still alive at the actual, when the actual bullet is created, so maybe we just use a unit finder and then we deal the damage. Yeah, I'm not really sure how that bullet works though.
It works like any other attack, so it shouldn't be impossible. No, what the fuck is wrong with this, dude? Attach to process. There you go. Okay, I'm going to test to see if I get the add unit AI crash when all Zerg, when the game is all Zerg. That will tell me. And maybe some more info. And then I'll probably try a game without Zerg as a corollary. See a lot of Droleths. Oh, that's a busted tile I've got to fix. I probably already fixed that in the main version, but... What is going on? When every fucking worker you own tries to build at the same exact time. Oh, this I was expecting like, oh shit, why aren't they expanding? And then I looked at the clock. It's only 8 minutes in and you see this many units. Pretty epic.
Yeah, that's true. Have you observed any lag maybe?
I'm on fast debug, so it's bound to lag, but it's not right now. Yeah, I seem to be performing fine. Nathracor is harassing Ovoliths. Just speed it up now. You. The fuck? Amazing. No, that's not. Wow. What a program. All right, well, hopefully that's epic. Holy shit. Zerg here. Yeah, they're sharing colony space. What nice boys. Why? Why is this guy just putting a... Look, they're doing it all over the place. What are these people are lunatics. Also, I'm pretty sure these two Nidus canals link to each other. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's a lie. Maybe that's fraud. Oh, sorry, stop. Oh, oh. Oh. No. What is going on? Oh, there's two in the same spot. Oh, man. You guys are literally Zerg. Surely. What? Veek. I think you broke Permacloak. You've made Lakizalisks unselectable somehow when burrowed.
Is that player allied to you?
Well, I was able to barely select them, but they don't seem to be targetable. That's part of the permacloak rewrite, almost certainly.
It's weird though, because that ID doesn't apply. I mean, the permacloak doesn't. Decloak behavior doesn't apply to Lakizalisks.
Well, something
They
broke,
borrowed
clearly.
Tournament cloak. Maybe
See?
the check is broken.
He's burrowed, and now you can't... There's Ovoliths all over the place by the same player, by the allied player. He's just sat here brutalizing them all. He's hacking, bro. Stop this hacker. Oh, busted Astrola. That's what happened here. Yeah. We're assigned here. Oh, never mind. Well, I know why this happened, but it's too bad that they didn't get assigned somewhere else. Alright. Back to speed up. Although it's not speeding up too much, obviously. Well, it's another thing. To add to the list. Life Basilisks are unselectable / untargetable while burrowed. Probably true for other burrowed units as well, but it's not as noticeable for everything else. Oh shit. What's up, homies? Slurp. There's a nice amount of Zerg corpses all over this fucking place. Oh, purple died. Oh shit! So I didn't get a crash despite at least one player going for Matroleths. I wonder if that's not 100% accurate. Insofar as maybe it's just luck that Matrolith didn't die or some shit didn't get corrupted. The only other units that use the add unit AI thing in that, presumably in that fashion, are the units that revive from apostles and the units that the simulacrums when they split. Those are the only cases where we're calling that through the plugin. But I also don't know if that's even the case that was being used here in this particular chapter. They've got a lot of fucking units over here, man. Oh man, that bug where they just spend all fucking larvae on Droleths is still a thing. I don't know why. It's so insane.
Anyways, it looks like I was able to fix the lurker issue.
The what?
The Kezaleski issue.
Does it also fix? Oh, I guess you do. Yeah, okay. I've just confirmed that I can't select any burrowed units. Well,
Yeah.
at least not without really trying or getting lucky. So I guess that just fixes both of them. Well, I don't know. I only saw them from this base, but yeah, it was a lot of Droleths for seemingly no reason. I'm wondering, with purple basically completely out of commission, how have these guys not just won yet? But it's probably to do with broken Lakizalis. I guess. That's also, I think, a pretty consistent issue with Zerg is that they do sometimes fail to tech up to the Alazal Arbor. This guy, for example, has actually been stuck on eye roll this whole time. The other two are on Othstol. Yeah, that guy's on Othstol. This guy's stuck at eye roll. And this guy rebuilt his eye roll iris, but has not gone any higher. Don't know if that was ever higher. So even the ones that are at Othstol Tech don't seem to actually be teching up. Well, I guess there is a Kalkath Bloom, so that's not entirely true. And they have an Isthraith Mound. Eventually, like, I guess they would here have, like, some sort of Matral Morph as well, if they were implemented. So they seem to like some Zerusthaleths, homie. They don't seem to like actually training Istrathaleths. But in fact, I haven't. Have I seen? I think I have seen AI use Istrathaleths since the Zerusthaleth stuff. So that should not actually be a problem. The Zoyus Shroud. This guy never really fully saturated the space either, which is kind of a problem. All right, so you fixed the burrow stuff.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Ah, Zerg here. Getting bullied by one of their own. I think we're basically at the end of the rope in terms of building something or getting useful results from that. So I will run the next one without looking at it at all. With that fix in. And see where we go. Ah, well, that's not exactly what I wanted to do. So now that I've configured this stuff, do I just hit start debugging and it works?
Yeah, you have to run the game first, though.
Well, I hit debug and start debugging, and it didn't work. So what do I do?
How did you configure it?
Same way you did. Pointed to my Starcraft. Oh, do I have to do Starcraft.exe?
Yeah, the exe.
I guess it didn't add that in. And then the working directory is HYDRA dev. Does it need a second or a final backslash at the end?
Yeah.
And then I set attach to yes.
Yeah, that should be it.
Why does it try to build when I hit start debugging?
Because you saved some changes.
No. There are no changes.
Try clicking now.
Yeah, it builds.
Cool. Well, then you had to like save a file or something?
No. It just keeps building. Explain that. Tell me that. All right, we'll just stick ourselves in that corner again and wait for something to crash, or until I think it's a reasonable time to check the time. Boy, did you see my psychosis Veek with the insane Firegraft tale today?
No, what happened?
So I was trying to add your cleric fix, and then I saved the exe in Firegraft after adding it, and it just broke Firegraft with an access violation. I was like, what the fuck? So then I downloaded an older exe that I had committed to the dev repo, and I added, from there, without adding the files back in for using PyMPQ, I added the exe and saved the Firegraft, and it worked fine. Or I added the plugin with Firegraft, and it worked fine. And then after I was done with that, I was like, oh, okay, well, now I can add my files. So I added my files, and then I made a quick test to see if I could save the file without even adding the plugin, and it just broke Firegraft again. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Where it's Firegraft refuses to save after I add my files. So I tested with stat.txt, and then I tested with unit.stat. Unit.stat works fine, but the second I added stat.txt, it broke. And all I had done was change the tooltip of observance. That was it. So somehow changing the tooltip to observance, Balefall speculates that it was because There was some special like web dev character or something inside this because I copied it from the website.
Right. Maybe.
But it was invisible. It must have been invisible in that case because it didn't look
Yeah.
anything off at all in
I mean,
stat.txt.
that's Kinter, so I would guess it would probably be invisible or something.
Yeah, probably. So yeah. So all I'm saying is when Kian comes in and says just another Hydra mad stream, he's right. I was very angry, but I eventually got it fixed. So whatever. What's up, Kian? Anyway, how you doing? I guess I can quickly take a look to see if... Holy shit, it's only been 2 minutes. I feel like maybe I fucked up my speed boost. Do I have any borrowed units anywhere? Just fast forward more. Oh, I can actually select that guy. So yeah, looks like it fixed. And back to a corner. Cool. Good luck with your adventure. Make sure to have a Tony character or a Mike character or something. I was debating whether or not to start working on a new scenario map because the desert map is a little bit more, shall we say, ambitious with some of the stuff that it tries to do. And one of the things that I didn't want to do is deal with this fucking iQuare north-facing ramp that's not even the right texture. And like, I know it's a petty reason to not work on a map, but there's a real reason, man. Like, fuck that ramp, homie. So hopefully DF can get around to it. But what'd you say?
It's a valid reason. I wouldn't want to look at it either.
Yeah, I don't want to test this. I don't want to release this for testing. Although I could continue to work on it because it's not even ready. Like I haven't done the AI or whatever, the custom like per level AI. I did finish the Protoss refactor. So the main issue with having AI arrive later on as the mission is progressing obviously comes from the fact that there's no de facto way to run an AI script to initialize them and then run another AI script to take over like a town management or something. Like I can't run the melee AI script. I could do this. I could run the melee AI script once, like as an area town, once the AI has built their base or landed their command center or something, and then run a different AI script before that that tells them to build the base initially. But basically, I don't have a method that works for an arbitrary amount. Like if I just wanted the melee AI to run, but I also wanted them to arrive partway through, like can't find a way in my head to make that like general purpose so that I just run one script and I can kind of make it throwaway in a sense where I'm not hard coding like map values, like individual terrain areas or whatever. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to come up with like a system that works in that sense. His speech is narrated by Squawks. Well, you know what that means. You don't know that. Virtual reality, dude. It's coming. It's cawing. Calming soon. Hi. Holy shit. What happened? Zerg here. Veek, help. There's Zerg here.
What happened?
There's fucking Zerg here.
Yep.
They're here. I like this guy barely hanging on by a thread. Fuck this. I'm building hatcheries. Maybe he's not barely hanging on by
Reasonable
a thread.
person.
What is he doing? He's building like 10 hatches at once, dude. This man is off the chain. He doesn't have any production, any tech. Oh, he has a spawning pool. Functional AI. Whatever. Maybe he's like the memer of the bunch. That's the Sherclastic AI. Meanwhile, Blue is like the fucking Connor AI. Jesus Christ, look at this man go. He's got about as many hatcheries, but he's also got an armada of men. What's up, Terran Dominion? Yeah, I like how you both had the same idea at the same time, basically. Just fuck these guys. Well, so much for building your army of hatcheries, homie. Well, Brown's had Oth's to lava form. He's a tech man. Oh, they're here. Instant cancel. Jesus. Oh, fuck. There's even more Zerg here. Well, that's great and all, but time to speed things up and tab out again. Can you explain to me, Veek, why a man would hate Mensk so much that he would give himself diarrhea?
Yeah, that's... I don't know. Unexplainable, TBH.
I think it is very explainable, Veek. I think some people are just fucked.
Yeah.
A little bit of Zerg here, a little bit of Zerg there, a little bit of Zerg everywhere. It's almost as if the ground there is alive. Maybe I can write a function that, or an AI that will appropriately start this off. I don't know. What's going on, Stratos? Are you Zerg? Holy shit, these guys still are... Holy fuck, Red built a lot of units, guys. Or wait, he didn't build any units, but he built a lot of structures. Larva count as units. There you go. He built a lot of units. Oh, you just spent money. What is it? It's fucking workers, dude. This guy is a pacifist. This is a disaster. I found a Keskath grotto. Isn't that exciting? I found an Bactylus. Where are all the units? Oh, here's some. Here's some more. How many fucking structures can they fit on one area? These men have lost their minds. Here's some units. There you go. You can get a screenshot. Well, in this case, Lucio, it's actually a bug and not intended. But yes, I agree with the sentiment. Fuck them. Unfortunately, nobody even went Matroleths this time, so there goes my test. But this does remind me to take a closer look at the build orders, make sure that they're appropriate. Holy fuck. This man has a lot of hatcheries. He's not playing around. Also, shout out to the brief moment in time yesterday where we had a version of the sunken and spore colony attacks that were leaving behind a radiate. That was pretty good. I wonder if they just... Obviously, I need to calm down with the hatchery request since they have quite a bit of larvae, but... Oh, they don't actually have that much larvae. I guess they all hit CCMU or something. Which doesn't surprise me given this situation. But anyway, in a world where we didn't have that limit, they would 100% have hit the... they would 100% have way too much larva to spend. I thought I had some sort of sanity check in the larva conditional, or the hatchery conditional, that said, like, don't add production if you have, like, 10 larvae lying around, because it's just not worthwhile. Maybe I need to relook at... Obviously, I need to look at that again, right? Garbage in, garbage out kind of situation, so... We at least have a clear winner. Blue is the only player who's actually played the game. Oh, Purple's sort of playing the game, but he's doing this, so whatever. And I think you'd probably see more units if there wasn't a unit limit, so... Working on it. We'll get there eventually. But it doesn't look like the refactors have massively fucked over the AI in any capacity, so that's nice. I see random flecks of orange. Oh, those are ovoliths. Okay. Alright, so this test isn't really that useful anyway, because nobody went matroliths. We'll try that one. Oh, I got a crash in A's. Hey, want to send me A's.pdb, Veek?
Which one?
For A's release. Although I don't actually know... What? Can't I just browse and find? I don't know if I'm using... Oh, yeah, I think I'm using the latest release A's that you sent me, but I can't be 100% sure. Guess I'll find out when you send me the PDB. I wonder what that control node crash was. Still have no idea. No response from Uquare. He says he suspects it is related to UI. Not very helpful. Imagine Terran and Protoss doing what? Building 1 million production structures? They do that. You should see the Terrans in similar conditions. Maybe I'll show the... I should probably test with Terrans, actually. Since they have that revived to any organic unit, it's maybe more likely to be the cause. What's up, Iron Torch? Yeah, they wouldn't build 1 million command centers, but they would certainly build plenty of production. They do that pretty frequently. I guess the if I could get the AI to use workers in their attack forces, I would unironically make some sort of map crap where there's an AI that just tries to beat you with workers. It's a worker uprising. You got to put them down. So did you find the PDB or what?
Yeah, I sent it to. Oh, it was too big or something? Yeah, it's too big.
Of course, it's enormous.
So maybe 7-zip.
Probably not. You'll probably have to send space it or something.
Actually, it worked.
I guess it is just text, so. Fuck! A matching symbol was not found in this folder. Well, I don't know what that means, but I guess that means I've got to attach all. This is from the release build, right?
Yep.
Can you send me your release? Because clearly I'm not using the same file. I know you sent it to me like a couple days back or whatever, but. Okay. Let's try recreating that one. I guess it might just be like some random rare build or something. Let's see. Attach to process. Oh no, I just do start debugging. And then it builds for no reason. I wonder how many times I'll have to restart. But yeah, the labor union idea was sort of what I was getting at there. I think it would be pretty funny. Man, if that was really like a turbo rare crash that I'll never recreate in my life, that would be pretty terrible. I think I quit out and then joined back. But I can't remember if I restarted instead. Could it be some globals thing that's not cleared by any chance?
For what?
For the crash I just got?
I don't know what it was.
It was an A's crash. Oh, here we go. Hold on. It's a unit search crash.
That's Rust, so I won't really help you with that.
Yeah, I know. It's a Rust function. Well, now I get to spam this shit. That's pretty weird that it... I'm kind of confused by what is actually crashing here. It just says move values. Mutable variable named values is assigned the value of vector with capacity size. And the size
Yeah,
is
this is something related to memory, so probably one of the arguments was undefined memory or something.
Well, the only thing that's being used here is size, and size is default capacity dot max. There's size int. I feel like this might be related to some CCMU shit, but
That's from iter, and iter is from I, and I don't know what I is.
unit rect.
Anyways, this is just unit search, so it's something related to the unit finder in ICE.
Well, unit search is a function of the original game, so. But yeah, it does seem to be a unit.
I don't really know.
It could be an A's unit search, or it could be a hook of the unit search or something. I don't know, but it looks like it's from Brood Wars unit search, not a new one. Well, I've saved up what I can in terms of usable information. Did you ever revert or remove the your A's code that was rewriting the phase length stuff?
I never committed that.
You committed start adding phase link behavior notify.
Oh, that was just commented, so.
Is it? Looks like it's live to me. Oh, in here, the do weapon damage GPTP is commented. The calls to it, anyway.
It's not used anyways, so. Because it was, all the actual commands were called from GPTP, so.
Well, it wouldn't have been the cause of that crash anyway, because there was no...
Yeah, that function shouldn't even be called, really.
Well, it was all Zerg, so there was no way you were going to get some fuckery there. All right. I am going to take a quick bathroom break. When I come back, hopefully we can get more refactors done, I guess. So, till then, homie, BRB. Feel free to yell at my chat. I'm back.
Hi.
Hi. I'm very excited, personally, for getting HYDRA stable, because that means map crafts, as well as fraud,
Yeah.
but
Would be nice.
especially map crafts. So, what do you reckon is the most sensible change now? I feel like trying to fix permacloak is probably the most sensible thing. I mean, we don't seem to
Yeah,
be
good
able
luck with
to get
that.
very far trying to fix crashes or whatever, unfortunately. So, what did you say about permacloak?
Good luck with that. I don't know what actually breaks it, and I already tried doing the animation, but it didn't work. So
Well, it seems to be working in the sense that it is trying to decloak the unit, right? But something is uncloaking
no.
or like messing around with it.
Oh yeah, for the actual targetability and stuff. So yeah, something has to update the actual visibility flags.
So I'm noticing it's not decloaking for me, even though I'm owning the unit. So here it's flickering back and forth. Oh wait, is it even? Oh, it doesn't do the animation anymore.
Yeah, I had a function that was updating the thing, but it only played the decloak on him, and then it was cloaked again, so it wasn't working very well. So I know that I cannot use that, so I might as well watch the even use.
I guess it is still technically active for all 10 for 2 seconds, like 2 full seconds. But my main concern is not even the visual one. It's obviously the occasional target loss type thing, which
Yeah,
will
but
result
that's
in some.
hard code that is probably deep in the code base. So
Well, do you think maybe that's where the actual, like, me fixing these hooks or whatever, that is target visible and is univisible, that stuff? Do you think these would actually be useful for this? Like, I'm not actually
no,
sure if they have anything to
something
do
has
with
to
it.
actually change the visibility flags every frame, or I initially thought it was the iScript that did it in the attack something, I guess. Oh yeah, because attack actually reveals the unit, doesn't it? And then after the attack finishes, then it's again hidden. So if you, for example, have cleave advantage, it happens. So I guess that is what messes up the flags.
Set thingy visibility flags, by the way. What even is? Oh, this is active tile.
Whatever nice thingy.
It's stupid internal alternative name for sprite. Pretty stupid. They
No.
would change that. I wish they were me flags because then maybe I could understand them. Surely I can look for case sensitive stuff instead. No, it's just broken again. Sea sprite is visible too. Probably not relevant. It's just checking the visibility flags. It's not writing them.
Right.
Get cloaked target visibility. Oh, this is interesting. So I can remove this line right here.
What is the function?
It's in detector.cpp. It's called get cloaked target visibility. But anyway, I mostly just changed it so hallucinated detectors actually detect. There won't be too many of those, but... This is gross. Why did they hard code the building status for detection range? Why did Blizzard do
I
this?
don't know.
Anyway, it looks like if detector... so this just updates whether or not you can see the unit via detection. But I don't know if there's anything else useful about this.
Somehow my Starcraft is no longer locking my cursor. That's
Are you
annoying.
holding Alt?
Oh, I guess.
Nope.
I wasn't holding it, but it was
Nope.
still technically
Nope.
holded. Oh, you.
Detector CPP is pretty small. Doesn't look like there's much in here. It does check for blind, maelstrom, stasis, lockdown. This stuff
I
is
tried looking for actual damage functions or like ice script, attack ice script or something like that.
Oops. How come there's no like is stunned function to get rid of all the inlining of checking lockdown, stasis, and maelstrom? There should be one at some point that I'll fix. So why do you want to look for damage functions exactly?
Because after you finish the attack, the unit decloaks.
Is that the case, or is it just a hard-coded timer? What's an example of a unit that has a longer... Oh, check a paladin underneath arbiter or didac. I mean, I guess I can do this
How
too.
do I spell didac?
D-I-D-A-C-T. I don't know what converse is, unless you're talking about shoes. Converse. It doesn't look like... Oh, well, I guess I can't tell. It doesn't have anything to do with the attack. It just decloaks at a regular interval. Or gets hidden at a regular interval. That's nothing to do with the attack.
Okay.
I don't know why they're messing around with hallucination smoke, but whatever. Okay, it looks like I found what's clearing the selection. Or something to do with that anyway. There's some...
No, the selection is just updated after the unit is just visibility stat. Like when you cannot see the unit, you cannot select it. So if the status, like visibility status, is updated, then you lose the selection.
There's a bool, or there's a data thing that's checked here. It looks like a D word. Player visions. I'm not sure if anything in GPTP updates that or not. It looks like I'm all out. It looks like I've found every instance of checking for visibility flags. The only thing that stood out to me was the thing in selection. So I will check for this, I guess. Yeah, I think it's right here. It's if the unit is cloaked and visibility status test detection by detectors units probably fail, the unit is skipped. This is selection CPP at line 101.
One-on-one.
101. 101.
Okay, this is something I will test this.
But this is only related to selection. I'll see if I can find any other instances of this being checked. Maybe there's some other function that messes around with this. If there's no function that messes around with this in... no more occurrences found, okay. What we can do is we can search the IDA for this visibility check 57F0B0. Might be able to find something there.
You can only search in assembly though.
Well, I can search every single instance of that being checked and then copy the ASM and go to. So it's not really that big of a deal. What was I going to check for here? Oh yes, refactor and remove hallucination rule. Okay. Close this because I'm obviously not getting to work on that today. And then I get the lovely pleasure of opening up the IDA. No, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Opening up assembly. For a 2380. The first hit that I got was something called is targ not visible CB, but I don't know what CB stands for. I'll see if it's also in Knave's list. Maybe I'll get a is completely hidden. Is apparently the
Oh, this only checks for the flag online reply to. So yeah, it's not very useful.
what, the one I just was talking about?
Yes.
Okay. I'll hit you with some more. Hold on. Unpack detail finder data. Don't know what the fuck that is. Probably unrelated. Unpack
Yeah, some
AI
networking
captain
stuff.
data. I wonder why it's checking these. Here we go. Unpack all pathing data.
Ah, that selection thing didn't help at all. So I'll
It
just
didn't
leave it
help
how
the
it was.
selection specifically.
Yeah.
Did you do that for every instance of it being in the document? Did you attempt to do whatever you changed? Because there's multiple times where it's referenced in that GBTB file. Four two two one six zero. Get unit contours. Probably junk. Set spell special button graphic. Draw status screen.
No, this is the online instance. In selection CPP.
424FC0. Seems like this has a lot to do with stuff that's not really related to just unit vision, so I will continue to find nearby units. Many finder EX. Reasonable. Find all units. Let's just keep checking. Get closest enemy race, by the way. Is AI controller not a building? Let's see if I can find this. I just found check unit visibility. Relatively small function. Maybe you can take a look at it's not in GPTP, so maybe it'll be useful. Send you the address.
Yeah, but it's not altering the visibility flags, so.
Okay.
Or I guess it is in. Yeah, I guess it is in two places, but
update doodad visibility. Not my dad. Is unit on map? Good question. 487 F0. Okay. Not useful. 489 FC0. Why is it called neutralize? Maybe that's like destroying the player or something. I guess I should be looking for move commands in assembly because that's the stuff that actually modifies it. Specifically,
I think check unit visibility might be it, but not sure.
So you mean I'm epic?
Yeah, I know you can try cooking it and see if it works.
I'm glad I just had the most psychotic motor vehicle outside my house. It's the sound of an alien abduction.
But we might also need reveal units, which is a little weird. So I can't really tell if it's needed, but...
Some of the math here is pretty fucking wild. Okay, it is writing to visibility status, so...
Yeah. How much should our last orders actually do?
How much what?
Damage.
It's 20.
Okay, then it seems like it works now.
Well, it was working. Oh, I see. You rewrote it to use whatever the new thing is.
No, so the problem was it was actually using the correct thing, but the attacker was dead. So what I did was to actually instantly proc the splash damage and remove the bullet.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing this function is not even supposed to be called this. Get detecting players.
I don't know. Reveal units or the other one?
Reveal units is not the right syntax. It would be void if it was just revealing units. Wouldn't return whatever it returns. Unsigned int.
Yeah. But checking invisibility seems fine.
Yeah, it's fine. What does this caret operator do again? The up arrow? Unit var visibility standing.
It's XOR.
Oh, XOR. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Do you know how XOR works, or should I?
It's one of those things where it, like, at least in assembly, XOR is like check to if something is 0, or no, check if something is something else, and then if not, set it to 0. It's like some register operation. I don't know if it's doing the same thing in object-oriented code.
Oh, this is not object oriented, but whatever. It's
Well,
something like this.
higher language. See you later, noob. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a binary operation.
Yep. It does it for every byte. Every bit.
But does it do it for every bitch? Why is this a thing? Can you tell me? Want to explain this?
So tilde actually reverts every bit. So where you have zeros, you replace them with ones, and vice versa. And I don't
What's
know
up
why
with the
it has
casting?
twice. Yeah, the first cast is probably not useful. I hate when we have like a function called do something or like pretty stupid.
But I'm not going to fucking reverse engineer a function I don't have to, so.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll just try my best to make this work, and you can maybe worry about the actual refactoring to make it not stupid, because it is just auto-parsed lard code. A very scary enemy indeed.
Yeah, I will refactor it when it's done.
Check unit visibility. This function requires 3 nops. 3.
Also, nuclear missiles actually deal on-hit damage with the irradiate, for example.
Well, they are supposed to add a radiate everywhere.
Yeah.
Like any surviving structure or whatever is supposed to be afflicted by it.
Yeah.
Makes it good against Protoss because the EMP and Zerg because the bio damage, but not Terran. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay. Whoa. Move AIX unit. Okay.
And nuclear strike has no totally, but I guess we don't have characters.
What do you mean by characters?
In the label file or whatever that was.
Oh, this is the fucking something order.
How much damage is nuclear strike anyway?
It's documented on the website. If it doesn't have a tooltip, it's not because I don't have space in the file. It's because I didn't know that it did not have a tooltip.
Oh, I see.
It's a nuclear missile. Augustgrad's Revenge. When affected by a nuclear explosion, structures take damage equal to the higher value of 600 or half of their HP. This is just a default rule. I don't really see a reason to keep this, to be honest. It's some weird gimmick where if you're nuking a structure, they wanted you to be able to kill any structure in 2 nukes.
All right.
I don't think it's necessary, personally. I think especially with the larger and more noisy, more attention-seeking indicator, it might even be better to make the amount of damage higher and just have it be 750 or something. But just a thought, I guess. Wait. Okay. Now I need whatever's left here. Make sprite visible. Remove selection circle. feel like this is probably some fuckery from the thing, but maybe it'll be fine, I don't know. Okay. Let's see, 32. I forget what this is called. 498A10. Oh, okay. So that is fuckery then. The second one is supposed to be C unit. Okay. That was easy enough to fix then. Let's see if it builds. I don't suppose it will because I don't actually have the... Yeah, I didn't think so. So we've got... Oh wait, that's not what I want. This is 4. Check unit. Visibility. Let's try building again. Object-oriented code is a disaster. Sorry, I didn't even mean to say that out loud. I was supposed to come out in a thought bubble. All right, seems like it has successfully built. Let's go ahead and add shit. Well, I didn't immediately crash. Eh. Seems to work. I'll push it. Oh, should I first try to cast Savant Power Siphon to see if I crash again? That's what happened the last time I made a function hook. It's fine.
So what did you actually change about the actual hook?
I didn't change anything. I just tested to see if it would crash the game or not.
Oh, I see.
Feel free to clean this up. I did actually push it, so like the
Yeah, I see.
and I mean it isn't disabled or anything. I just was saying that out loud for my own benefit, mostly. What the fuck? I didn't push because you pushed, so I gotta pull so that you can pull after I push.
Yes.
You.
That is correct.
Build your build too. Now that I've pushed after pulling your push, you can pull my push while I build your push.
Okay.
Listen, that was a logically correct sentence.
It was, I know. Probably the worst part.
Yeah, that's the best part, actually. He did lose aggro in a pretty comical way there. I wasn't expecting that one. So yeah, maybe you can make some magic happen with that function.
I hope so.
All right, it's come to the end of the stream. We'll probably get some more work done and longer amounts of work done tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I have an actual. Thanks for advertising me, Steam. I pay you money so that you add me. You fucking idiot. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be going now, but it's pretty cool stuff. I will very ideally be able to fix some more stability issues tomorrow with the help of iQuare and Veeker. But even aside from that, fixing some bugs, that's nice. We're finding more bugs and then fixing them, which is also nice. So playing catch up a little bit, but we're getting there. And you know what? There's Zerg here, so I can't be too unhappy about that. So yeah, stay tuned for additional content. And thanks, Veek, for joining. Bye.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.